Welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy and this is Kevin. So what do we got going on today? Today what we're going to do is we have our distillate here, and what we're going to do is we're going to taste it, all our cuts, we're going to blend it, we're going to proof it down, and we'll end up putting it in the bottle and finishing it off. There is 5 things that you can really do to help this channel out, and it's all appreciated. And Kevin will keep count for us. First, if you haven't had a chance, hit that subscribe button, and while you did that, you can hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Share us with your friends. If you like what you see, give us that thumbs up, and of course leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so we got 3.5 good quarts of distillate here. We started off at 140 proof, and we ended up at 80. So what we did is we stopped at 80 because we're sampling as it's coming off the still all the time, and I'm checking the what it's coming off at, and it started dropping pretty sharp right at 80, so we just decided to call it. Now we tasted everything that was coming off still. I'm thinking it's all pretty darn tasty, and I'm getting I think we're going to use it all, but we'll sample it. Alright, so let's get all the tops taken off these. Alright, we'll start off here in the middle, and because you don't want to start off the real high proof stuff first, you don't want to burn your palate out. So let's start here in the middle, go down, and then we'll start coming back up.
Okay.
But like I said before, I'm thinking we're going to keep it all.
It was all pretty good.
Alright, so let's go ahead and give this one a try. Ooh, that's got a real nice flavor to it.
It does, it does.
So I can't complain. We'll go down.
And down. You know, that's a good idea.
Where are we at? Right here? Yeah.
Right there, yeah. About the same?
I think it's all about the same, yeah. It's almost identical, to be honest with you. Good.
What time you forgot?
Still don't taste no different to you.
It's changing a little bit. Not anything noticeable, though.
Now here's the one that's usually the one at the end is a questionable one. It tastes a little bit different, but
it's still good.
It's still good. I think we're going to use all the way down to that last one.
I think if we really kept going, we would have started getting some.
Yeah, because I noticed when we were checking right at the spout of the condenser, down there it started dropping off pretty fast.
Oh,
and that's why we decided just to stop, you know, right where we're at.
I think that was the perfect time to stop.
I mean, you can keep collecting and keep it and put it in your tails jar and put it in the next batch. But I'll be honest with you, the day when we distilled it was so darn hot.
It was.
We were wanting to get done. That's a sad excuse, but that's the way it was.
It was what, 120 in here? It was hot.
It was hot. Alright, so we started here. Let's go on up this way. Oh, that's really good.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's really good.
I'm scared for that first one.
Sometimes you ought to be.
Yo, good.
Mm.
A little bit of a kick.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I like it though. Alright, here it goes.
Oh, God.
Mm. Remember, that's 140 proof right there. Alright.
It tastes good, but it kicks.
I think what we're going to do is, let's use all that.
Alright.
So what we'll do is we'll blend that together, and then we'll proof it down, and then what we'll do then is put it on smoke. What we'll do is let's mix all these together in our mixing jars, and then so you start on that end, I'll start on this end.
Alright.
Well, you go ahead and put it in this one. Well, you put it in that, and then we'll mix them
Oh,
together.
you said start on this end. I'm too late now, I'm committed.
Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and pour that in there so we get a good, do better than I do, don't spill it all over the place.
Huh! Didn't even flinch, wow, that's impressive.
I mean, we still might have to use 2 jars. Alright, let's see what the combined, I am looking at like at 100 and, right around 110 proof. So we know
55.
we're going to have to add a little bit. Let me go ahead and add 1 bottle. I always used bottled water. I don't know if it's not spring. Well, it is spring water. That's what I usually always use. It seemed to do very well. All right, so why don't you pour some of that into that and pour it back, and then we'll recheck it.
You want to do a little chemistry experiment?
Yeah, it's kind of like med scientist.
Yeah. I need the goggles and the big puff of smoke.
Hopefully no smoke.
No smoke?
All right, now just pour it back.
Little swirl.
Now there is calculators online that you can use. This is just as easy for me, and this is how I do it. All right, let's see what we got now. We're down to 45. Let's go 1 more bottle of water. Just put a bottle of water in that one there, and then we'll pour it across.
In this one?
Yep.
Alright.
That's good. Alright, let's see what we got now. That is dead on 40%, which is 80 proof.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what we want to do now, why don't you divide these equally in between them 2 jars.
Pour it in the other jar again.
Yes, and we go back and forth a lot.
Back and forth. Thank you. Okay.
That's good.
You want a little bit more in this one?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll get it right one of these days.
Okay, so what we got so far, we blended everything together, we proofed it down to the 80% that we wanted. Now there is some questions out there that I've had some comments. That's all personal preference. Some people say, well, you should age it on the oak at a higher proof. Well, I feel if you're doing it in the barrel, that might be true, but using the wood chips that I do, it's because there's so much surface area on the wood chips. I get plenty of oak flavor, so that's just the way I do it. Right or wrong, that's just the way I do it. Alright, so get my scale set up.
You do go back and forth a lot.
Yeah, I want 1 ounce is what I want to do. Alright, go ahead and pour that into one of them. That's close. I can always add a little bit more wood tomorrow if I want to, but let's put do you think it? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put 2 ounces in each one. Go ahead and put that one in the first one.
Too late, no take backs.
So let's go 2 ounces. A little bit more. And put 2 ounces in that one. Okay, so what we will do now is we'll put the lids on them and we'll let it sit on that. This is a medium toast oak. We'll let it sit on there for a week or so until it's the color we want, and then we'll finish up this process one. We'll filter that and bottle it, and then we're going to put our port wine stays in the bottles. So that'll be pretty interesting. Okay, so we'll see you at the next step. Okay, so welcome back to Stillworks and Brewing. So now we're going to filter out the wood, put the distillate into our bottles, and we're going to add our port wine stays. So let's get started. Alright, so what we use is a funnel. We'll do 2 of them at a time.
Use your filter.
We'll double up on the coffee filters.
There you go.
And that's when we spill it, make a mess.
Now we find out I can't open one of these jars.
That's good.
Need a little bit more in that one.
You just keep filling them up. Okay, so we'll get this done, then we'll be back. Okay, so what I wanted to show you real quick is the color difference between being in the mixing jar with the oak and the thickness of the liquid, how much it changes the color. If you notice in the bottle, it's a beautiful color. It's exactly what we wanted. So everything is working out pretty good. Okay, so now we got them all filtered out through our coffee filters, and it's looking great. So now it's time, we're going to put the stays in. If you remember from the very first video when we made the port wine infused stays, we're going to put them in the bottles, okay?
So what we're going to do, since we don't have access to a port barrel, which Angel's Envy is stored in a port barrel for a lot of its flavor, we're going to take some stays, char them like you see here, place them in a Ziploc bag, and fill said bag with port wine. And hopefully that will give us a similar effect. We'll see. Kind of winging it. Like a throw the stays in the bag, like so. Pop the wine. So for good luck. And a little bit. We're not doing a lot, just enough to basically marinate them. Just like that. Seal the bag, get a little bit of the air out. There we go.
Good. Okay, there we go. We ended up with 5 bottles of a good looking bourbon. Can't wait to, maybe, you know, we'll give a little taste in a month or so, but after about 6 months it'll be fantastic.
I agree.
So what I'd like to do is I really would like to thank Kevin for working with me on this project.
That was a pleasure.
And one last thing I got to say is, hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on Stillworks and Brewing.